Hey everybody, I'm Stacey McCormick, the Executive Vice President of Retail Performance with Broad River Retail, and welcome to this episode of Stories from the River. On this episode, we're going to talk about our new and exciting expansion into the Inland Northwest, into Spokane, Washington, and we are going out there and we're going to do it in a big way.
Welcome to Stories from the River, a show in which we go behind the scenes at Broad River Retail.
We're moving into a former Macy's in the Northtown Mall. It's over 100,000 square feet, and we're going to take probably finished about 74,000 square feet over 3 floors. There's a ground floor, there's a top floor, and then there's also a basement. It's the Ashley 7.0 model, which is the latest and greatest. We have the largest sleep gallery that we've ever done in our company's history as well. There's 84 beds in that gallery with all of our major vendors, Ashley Sleep, Nectar, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Purple, all represented, and it is such an amazing gallery. And, you know, folks in this part of the world are going to be able to shop and find a mattress here. It's a one-stop shop for sure. And then, you know, when you start looking at all of the offerings from motion furniture to stationery to bedroom, dining room, accessories, all of those things, man, we're just going to have such an amazing assortment for everyone here in the Spokane area. And on top of it, I would tell you it's going to be the best looking, most up-to-date, beautiful furniture store that this market has ever seen, ever. So we're really excited about that. We get this question asked to us all the time from folks in the business and even our own memory makers, like, why Spokane? By the way, some of the folks we interviewed out here, why Spokane? You guys are located in the Southeast primarily. You know, our footprint currently is in the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, and then we have a store in Augusta, Georgia. And, you know, it's a great question. I've asked that of Charlie a couple of times. No, I'm kidding. You know, the key is why Spokane? Well, when you start looking at, you know, Ashley and I would say saturation, that's probably the wrong word to use, but where they are located, there's only a few major markets in the United States that Ashley doesn't have a presence in. So if we wanted to grow in an area where there wasn't presence of an Ashley dealer or other Ashley licensees, then we had to look out into places we wouldn't normally look. So obviously this market came open. It's a top 40 market in the United States, I believe, or maybe it's a top 100 market. But at the end of the day, you know, it was underserved, and we felt like this would be great. We also feel like this is going to set us up for, you know, kind of taking the boundaries off of our growth. We have a growth plan that by 2030 we will double in our size to be a $500 million company. And to do that, it's going to really kind of be hard to do it in our current markets or in our contiguous markets. So therefore, we had to step out. We had to take a chance. And then, you know, it stretches us. It grows us. It makes us better. We're going to have to manage something that's 3 time zones and 2,500 miles away and provide this same culture. And I think that's the other piece, too. And I think if you've spent any time on Stories from the River and you spend any time listening to Charlie and Manny talk about this wonderful company that they've built with the memory makers here at Broad River, it's another way to bless people and to bless a community and to move our culture forward, right? Where, you know, we'll grow as far as our people take us. But the other thing we know is that, you know, our purpose of furnishing life's best memories comes to light by helping others furnish their life's best memories and to provide that for folks. So, you know, being able to do that in a whole different part of the world and being able to step out and do it in another part of the country where things might be a little bit different, but you know what? People are still the same. They still want a great place to work. They still want to be able to trust the people they work for, and they want to be able to, you know, live an A+ life, and we feel like we can help them achieve that. Now, we started this project on the 1st of December, and our goal is to get open, you know, hopefully as early as possible, but definitely by the end of the year, by December 31st. But we've got a target of December the 22nd. So We had teams come in. We have brand new memory makers that we've hired here locally, both for our sales team and then our warehouse and DC operations team and delivery team. And we have these folks here helping us get the store set up. We started receiving our first trucks last week. So we're in the first day of week 2 of getting the product here. I think we have a few more, loads of furniture to come in, but we have started to open furniture, get it set up, and we feel like we'll have this process completed at the very latest by the 19th or so. We have a combination of memory makers from our Southeast headquarters, so over in South and North Carolina, who are traveling up here to lend a hand and to help us get this open. And then we have also these great new memory makers here in Spokane. So we're really excited about seeing it all come together. And, through the years, our team has gotten amazing, has become like just super amazing at getting these things done. We can start unloading trucks for a 35,000 square foot furniture store on a Sunday afternoon, and we can have that store set up and open for business by in some cases Thursday or Friday of that week, never past Friday. So this team is just locked in. There's a little bit of a logistical challenge here, though. We're 2,500 miles away, and there's no way we can send the Broad River Retail Army into a place 2,500 miles away. It would be probably too it'd probably be very cost prohibitive, and on top of that, it'll be, it's a lot, especially this time of year. So we do have several memory makers, I would say dozens, that will be out here on site and have been out here on site. But, I think we're still going to hit our target of getting open before the end of the year. And, it's a huge team effort when something like this happens. When we open the store, if we get open by December 22nd, say, this team, obviously it's Christmas time. So I would imagine, it's one of the reasons why we chose the leader and the leadership that we brought out here from our traditional Broad River footprint. We have Emily Teed out here who's helping us with sales audit and is our REM and helping train our new REMs. And so she's been with the company for a period of time. Emily, how long have you been with us? That's what I thought. Okay, there you go. Emily's been with us for 3 years, so from a retail operations standpoint, we are super confident. And by the way, she moved out here, so she's going to work hybrid and help us out. We promoted a wonderful memory maker named Melanie Pratt. And Melanie has been a store manager for us before, a general manager for us before in Spartanburg. And then she stepped back into the sales organization on the sales floor because she, had these 2 little wonderful boys that she needed to make sure she could give more time to. But Melanie has joined us as our senior GM out here. So Melanie brings, with her the trust, the belief, and the confidence from me and from the entire organization that she's going to be able to set this team up for success and really run the offense the way that it needs to be ran, or get the job done the way that it needs to be done, serving our guests, right? So Melanie came out, and then we also had another expert $1 million writer that came out. I think he's about to become an expert, Avery Thompson. And then Avery came out, and he's going to be here on site. So when if we open before Christmas, we will probably open with them because we really wanted to make sure that our rest of our team's family was out there. We also have Mike Jones, who was on our ops team and supply chain team, who's come out as our DC, our manager of our DC, and so Mike will do a phenomenal job. But we have full confidence that we'll be able to get open and we'll be able to start serving customers. We have a customer belief that every customer is vitally important to us, and that we must be proud of each and every customer engagement. So that's something that we hold really, really dearly to our heart. And I guarantee you that when we get open, we do soft openings. If we open right before Christmas, we're going to get a massive amount of traffic. And I've been sitting here watching the entrances today, and man, we've got so many passersby that are peering in and I think ready to go. So we're super excited about that. But at the same time, we're very mindful that we're going to give everybody the best experience we can possibly give them. That's why we've had everybody in training now for already 7 days, and we'll have them in training all the way up until the time that we open, on product, on sales process, on just the technological processes. So we'll be ready to go. So one of the things that we knew would be different for us in going 2,500 miles and 3 time zones away was how do we perpetuate our culture? The culture here at Broad River is special. And so we probably more concerned about having the right culture for our memory makers here and for them to feel like they belong and like they're part of, right? And with them being this far away, that's going to be a challenge. So we have plans in place, and we're going to over-index on making sure that they feel seen, heard, appreciated, involved, and that's going to be probably in some cases a work in progress, but in other cases we already have plans in place. We got a great people team and an MMX team, our Memory Maker Experience team, that are totally clued in and understand completely that they need, that memory makers here need to feel everything like we were next door. So we're really committed to that. The other thing I would say is, we've got a fast follow with a store in Moscow, Idaho. We have the distribution centers here within 20 minutes of the store here. And, we'll be servicing both stores and the whole entire market from there. But obviously, without giving too much away, the one thing I would say is there would be no reason to come all the way this far to just do one store. So, we've got to grow the market, and we're going to grow the market with great people, but we're also going to grow the market with a great partner. Ashley's the best partner in the world to have in this industry. And, we can't wait to see what this Inland Northwest becomes for Ashley, for Broad River Retail, and mainly for our memory makers, and because it's going to bless a lot of people, and we're going to bless our local communities through, our charitable events with St. Jude and our charitable events with Hope to Dream, and just, it's going to be an amazing thing. But the way you keep them connected is, you gotta care about them, and you gotta really be committed to the people. And if you're committed to the people and you take care of the people take care of you. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about that opportunity, but we're also very mindful that these folks need to feel the love, and I guarantee you they will. Well, guys, that's a wrap from Spokane, the store opening, and thanks for listening to Stories from the River. You can get Stories from the River. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever it is you normally listen to your podcast. Thank you for listening, and if you love us, hit that like button, and hey, do even more than that. Go ahead and subscribe, because we got great content that comes out twice a week at least. We're just looking to add value in the world and share the greatness that we've been blessed with everybody else.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. To watch this episode, go to youtube.com/@storiesfromtheriver. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.